I'm looking at another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're starting us with stout. Something with 2 T's could be good. Something like attic. Attic, that would be good. Okay, well, one of the T's is a lie, so there's at most 1 T. Now, I didn't even pay attention. So this is great because I didn't notice this. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about, can these two both be true? And the answer is no. We've been through this before, but basically if you have 1 T, which this would require 1 T, the first one is colored yellow, not the second one. It would be yellow and gray. So these can't both be true. Therefore, one of them is a lie, and these 3 are all true. Now, we also know that there's at most 1 T, because if there's 2 T's, then these would both have to be lies, which isn't possible. So if there's 1 T, it can't be here, because this would be a lie, and then this one would be true, and there'd be 2 T's. So this one can't be, the T couldn't be second. It couldn't be first, third, or fourth, because again, the coloring would be wrong. And so the only way you could have a T is if it was at the end here, and this was supposed to be green. So either this is a lie because it's supposed to be green and there's a T there, or there's no T and this one is the lie. Either way, that one's the lie and this one is true. So this is true. Now, if there is a T, it's at the end. It would have to be this and, so something like tacit, right? Except you can't do the T, the second T or the A. But we could do something IT, something like this, or the C could be at the beginning, but I don't think there's anything that's gonna work like that. So I don't think there's gonna be any T's. That's what I think. Can we do something with a C somewhere else and an A maybe? Something ACI, again, like tacit, but oh man, I don't know. Otherwise we could do CA, something like this. Cabin would work. Yeah, cabin. Okay. Ooh, well, one of the I's is a lie, so there's no. Oh, and one of the C's is a lie. One of the I's is a lie. One of the C's is a lie. Everything else is true. Okay, so if we have the green I, then there's no C, and we just have new letters. Otherwise, it's a yellow I and a yellow C, and we could do something like this. Something like, so let's do dicer would work. Okay, interesting. Well, okay, so either the green I or the green E is a lie, right? One of those two has to be a lie. And again, one of the C's is a lie. So again, everything else has to be true, which means the green I is true, which means probably this is true, unless there's 2 I's, but that seems unlikely, but it is possible. So let's explore that possibility. Could it be this? It would have to be that. And then we'd also have to have, it would be no C, so it would be new letter, but I don't think that's going to work. I think it's going to be the ER, and then we need a C. Yeah, cider. Cider. There we go. Nice. All right, cool. Well, not too bad. Got it in 4, so let me know how your solve went, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more.